Hey guys, Philosopher here, and today I'm going to talk about what you should be doing with your blue ISO. I had done a video like this when the Doom raids first got introduced, the new versions that had the blue ISO, and I'm getting more and more questions. And to me, there's not a straight, simple answer to this question, and I think it really depends a little bit on your situation. So here's what I mean. First of all, if you are upgrading your characters, obviously the first two, in my opinion, should be Kestrel and Doom. There's no question to me Kestrel should be your first character. She helps in two different sections. She's the most important tech and skill character, so that's a no-brainer to me. She's also the best character all around in the game at this time. Doom is just also huge. It really helps in two sections. He carries you in the Mystic section. He's also very important in tech. So that, to me, those two are a no-brainer. After that, it really depends on your situation, and here's what I mean. To me, it depends on two things. One is, what is your blue ISO income, right? Because there is a difference depending on what level of the Doom raid you are running. So if you are running the difficulty 1 and doing 100%, okay, you're getting 8 orbs, or almost 8 orbs a day. If you're running the base difficulty, you're getting a lot less. And so, if you have a very small drib of blue ISO, it could take quite a while to upgrade a character because you get in these situations where, for example, let's see, I'll find a character who I'm in the midst of upgrading. Here's one where you have, I only have the 5 pieces here, but I'm already ready to go with everything else, right? So, particularly getting characters up to level 3, I think can be, very time consuming. And if you are somebody who, let's say your alliance is just getting started and doing 30% on the base difficulty, it could take some time. So, I'm going to go through section by section some of the characters to consider. Now, one thing I will say is the hardest section right now is the bio section. In this section, if you're getting a very steady income, it's a no-brainer to work on your symbiotes if you are struggling in bio. But the thing is, in the base difficulty, not in difficulty 1. In difficulty 1, the symbiotes really struggle. But in the base difficulty, I really didn't have much trouble with the symbiotes. Okay, so the question is, are you struggling? If you're struggling at nothing, you can save unless you have something that you need help with, right? Or you're struggling in a section. If you're losing, if you're spending your heals and stuff, then obviously that's the section you invested. And for a lot of people, that's going to be bio. So I have no problem for myself investing in symbiotes. You can see I'm doing that. I got Anti-Venom, Symbiote, Spider-Man, Carnage, Scream I've been working on. Venom will be next. But I'm doing that because I get a huge income of these because we're doing 100% of the difficulty 1. If I was doing 30% of the base difficulty, one of the issues here is that this team may get changed over the course of the weeks and months to come. These two I think would be safe in a hybrid. In other words, Symbiote, Spider-Man, and Anti-Venom are the two that would be left standing if this team got hybridized in some way or some new members came. But Scream would probably be the next one. That's why I kind of went in that order. But Carnage and Venom in particular might be the ones you would drop if there are new symbiotes that come to the game. And if there's a whole new team or there's a hybrid team, you might end up only bringing Symbiote Spider-Man or Symbiote Spider-Man and Anti-Venom. So, that is the risk here. I don't think this is a team that has a super long shelf life. Now, I feel differently for Mystic. This is a section that can be really challenging in difficulty 1 at the very least, which is where I've been right now. And the 3 characters that really carry you through it are Doom, we've already talked about. Silver Surfer and Adam Warlock do help. I think Silver Surfer is really the second one after Doom. Adam Warlock is more situational, does help in certain nodes, helps on the boss node, helps on the second node. So I would feel totally fine about investing in these 3. But the other characters are all probably going to get replaced as new Mystic characters come to the game. Less excited about investing in the rest. And then to me, Mutant is all about Axemen for the most part in difficulty 1. The X Factor are useful on the boss node, particularly in base difficulty, but it is lane dependent. That's only for the left and the center lanes. I do think that Axemen are generally the better team. You can get away with a hybrid team, and on the base difficulty, you can get away with just using X Factor, but it's harder in difficulty 1 to get away with X Factor. I will just say, though, I've only put much ISO on Bishop. I've started to put a little bit of Blue ISO on Jubilee just because she's a controller who I know will be around for a while. Like, it's hard for me to get excited about investing in Venom. But, to me, these are safe characters to invest in, Bishop and Jubilee. Bishop is really far more important, though. He'd be the one that I would focus on because he's your damager and your damage taker, your tank, your damager and your tank at the same time. And then, when we get to tech, I have to say, it's really, other than Doom and Kestrel, maybe Doc Ock. That's really the only other character I could get excited about investing in. I invested in Nebula just because I have tons of this Blue ISO and I wanted to show off the arena and all that and the various attacks on stream and this and that, but it's really not necessary. And then you've got skill. I think that's a real tough one, and that just depends on your income. I mean, there's a lot of great characters here. Captain Sam and Gamora, Moondragon, and so forth. Zemo and whatever, right? And it's just a matter. It's still Sharon Carter, Nick, Night Nurse, and Red Guardian, and all so forth. It's really just a matter of what you can afford here. But I don't really think you need Blue ISO on anything other than Kestrel in this section to get by it just fine. I'm sure some people for Arena or something will put on Gamora or Moondragon, but they're not really essential for the Doom raid. So that's kind of where I would invest. Like I said, how tight you need to be with your Blue ISO spending depends on your income. You're getting a lot of it, you can spend it more freely. If you're getting less of it, be really judicious and think about the long-term viability of the character. Some of these characters are going to be around for a long time. Others of them will have shorter shelf lives. So a character like Thanos, his best days are behind him, whereas a character, like Adam Warlock will at least be around for a while. Okay, so consider that stuff when you're investing. That's why I do that top 10 to invest in list. It's really focused on the long-term viability of characters. All right, guys, if you like this video, smash that like button. Subscribe to this channel. If you have your comments, leave those below. Or go to our Discord. I have the link to the Discord below. Lots of great conversations there. You can also check out our Twitch stream. I try to stream most weeknights, and I answer people's specific questions there. I know some of you DM me. I can't always get to the DMs, but really try to answer questions when I'm streaming.